I love these kind of games, man. We got a good one on Saturday, potentially at the Shoe. It's Michigan State at Ohio State. And as we speak and cut this video, guys, I saw in the morning that 78% of the tickets thus far have come in on the Michigan State Spartans plus the points, according to one sportsbook spy site. Welcome to WagerTalk.com, everybody. I'm Scott Spreitzer. She's Kelly Stewart. He's Brian Leonard. And we're talking some more Big Ten football, breaking down the clash in Columbus between Michigan State and Ohio State. There's this argument out there right now, Brian, that the Ohio State Buckeyes are overrated because they played a soft schedule and haven't impressed. Are you buying or selling that particular argument?
I understand it. You can only play who's on the schedule. The same thing was said about Baylor last week, and we found out a little bit there. But I make a top 25 for another website, and I've got Ohio State ranked, I think it's 5th, but I got Michigan State ranked like 23rd. So I think Michigan State is more overrated right now than Ohio State is.
You know, Kelly, it's funny, they were going into Lincoln undefeated, Michigan State, and Michigan State led 38-26, couple minutes to go. It was a fluke loss. But I look at their schedule, you know, all season long, they've had a lot of 50-50 type games late in the fourth quarter that they've won. They were like the opposite or the antithesis of what Nebraska's doing this year. Nebraska loses every 50-50 game. Michigan State, up until then, was winning every 50-50 game. They were kind of exposed in that particular game again. The defense isn't the same, and people are wondering why. I'm thinking, Pat Narduzzi, man, isn't that the obvious thing? I mean, he moves to Pittsburgh to take that coaching spot. Your thoughts on Michigan State, because they're getting 13 points in this particular game. Seems like a big point spread if Ohio State isn't as good as a lot of people say they aren't. You know,
it is a big point spread, and it's a rivalry game, so to speak. We'll call it that. But one thing that I really never do is lay a lot of chalk. And in this particular instance, I'm going to back the Buckeyes, lay the points. And like you said, 78% of the tickets are being backed by the public right now. I always love when a public loves a dog, just hopefully it's not a dog that I'm actually on. Like you said, the Sparty defense is just not that good. Ohio State, on the other hand, is ranking 9th in total defense. I'm sorry, 9th in scoring defense, 2nd in total defense right now. They're just the better team. Like you said, Michigan State really got exposed. The Buckeyes are 7-3 in their last 10 games versus Sparty, 9-2 straight up in their last 11. I know Connor Cook's probably going to play, and I have actually been a Connor Cook fan over the last couple of years. I think he's a really well-rounded quarterback, but I don't care here. I think Ezekiel Elliott's going to have a big game, and Give me the 2-touchdown favorite. You don't hear that from me very often, but there's probably a good reason for it.
You hit it on the head. I'm glad you mentioned it because I might have forgotten to bring it up. But Ezekiel Elliott, I mean, this looks to me like the kind of game where he can really become that star again. I mean, everybody knows he's a great football player. He's going to be playing for pay on Sundays pretty soon. But the bottom line is he's got a chance, I think, to make some noise in this one. And Michigan State's also got to deal with a somewhat mobile quarterback. You know, Brian, my question, and I'm leaning, and you can tell where I'm going. I'm looking to lay the points here. One of the things that I look at Ohio State, they finally got a game that has their juices going. Really, for the first time since the opener against Virginia Tech, that game got their juices going because it's the season opener, excited crowd on the road, defending national champions. I just get the feeling that this team's going to play up to their ability and their talent level because of who they're playing against.
Yeah, I watch every Ohio State game. Being from Ohio, I know this team pretty well. And you're right. You know, Ohio State's coming into the season, everybody said Michigan State's got this game circled. Ohio State has this game circled because everybody's saying they haven't played anybody. Take a look at the stats in conference play. Michigan State is +7 in turnovers. Ohio State is even. So that's a big edge for Michigan State because they've been able to make some turnovers. They had to make turnovers because you take a look at yards per play. They're outgaining the opposition in Big Ten play by 0.2 yards per play. Ohio State, 1.9 yards per play. So you got a 1.7 point differential here on yards per play for a home team, and you're only laying 13 points in a game that you know they have had circled. I love Ohio State in this game. This is going to be on my card.
Well, there's a sweep right there. Then the Ohio State Buckeyes on the set. Real quickly, either one of you think that Iowa is way overrated, sitting 5th?
Iowa and Oklahoma State. Get them off the board right now. Somebody beat them. Because neither one of them are any good.
No,
I don't mind Oklahoma State. I have a problem with Iowa.
Oklahoma State. I agree. I think Oklahoma State, Bedlam is going to be true Bedlam. I think the Sooners are going to handle that one pretty well. It's one of those weird instances where Oklahoma State should have lost, in my opinion, at least 2 or 3 games by this point, and here we are talking about Ohio State.
I think I got Iowa 16th in my power ratings.
If you look at power ratings, neither one of those teams should be a top 10 team.
Right. All right, guys, good stuff. We're all in Ohio State minus the points over Michigan State. Hey, $10 off any weekend package. All you got to do is use the coupon code Kelly in Vegas. You'll get $10 off any package this weekend at wagertalk.com. More videos to come this week, and including the NFL. Stick around.